We'll just be starting in a couple minutes here. Wait for it to load up. Okay. Let's wait for some more people to join here. We'll be starting in a minute or two here. So, just waiting for more people to join up. It's only 1:59, so I'll give people a couple of minutes. Everybody's pretty busy. Okay, so it's 2 o'clock. Thanks very much for joining. My name is Marc Belaiche. I'm president of TorontoEntrepreneurs.ca and also Bizon Capital Corp. I've been an entrepreneur for 15 years officially, but I've actually been an entrepreneur for most of my life. So, you know, it's just, I think it's in you. You learn it. Maybe you become an entrepreneur. I've often heard that question. But TorontoEntrepreneurs.ca puts on 2 conferences each year, one in the spring and then one in the fall. And the Toronto Entrepreneurs Conference. And today's the first Facebook Live that we're doing. And at 2:30 today, we'll be moving to Instagram Live to do the same segment. And we'll see how it goes. We're doing a segment each weekday at 2 o'clock for business owners and sharing some tips and things that I've learned over the times. Well, most of the tips that I will be sharing on these have come from firsthand experience and from being at the conference and hearings from some great entrepreneurs in the city, in the Greater Toronto area. I've interviewed Christine McGee from Sleep, Robert Herjavec from the Herjavec Group and Shark Tank, Robert Deleuze from Porter Airlines. It's been a great opportunity for me to have met these people, and I can share with you some of the thoughts that have come up. You know, for example, Jonathan Carroll was somebody that I had interviewed, and if you don't know who he is, he's president of Travel Nation, and he talked about how his business was impacted from right after 9/11. Travel Nation is a company that deals with flights and packages, crews, and so on and so forth. So you can just imagine what happened to his business after 9/11. So he talked about that, and some of the things reminded me of those things to include for today. So feel free to send me some suggestions for topics. Like I said, I'll be doing these webinars every weekday at 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And if you have any questions, type them in the box. And this webinar is good for any business owner if somebody's thinking about starting up a business, maybe you've been laid off, downsized, maybe you have a part-time business that you've been always wanting to do, and maybe this is your opportunity to do that. The agenda for today is going to be about 15 minutes or so. The topic is as a business owner, how to deal with coronavirus and some things that you should be aware of and you should know. And I'm also going to talk about how we can help you as well for your business wise. We have some ways that we can help you as well. So I'm going to share those with you today as well. So I have about 20 points that I'm going to cover off. So for those of you just joining, my name is Marc Belaiche. I'm president of TorontoEntrepreneurs.ca. I've been an entrepreneur for many years. So I'm going to run through my fairly quickly, very high level. So number one is just cash flow. In times like these, unprecedented times like these, where the world has just changed, really important to be on top of your cash flow, watch it, monitor it. Cash is king. Take advantage of the financial offerings that are available. The government has just approved a $82 billion bailout, and that includes some benefits to business owners as well. So, check those out because they may be ones, especially one of the big changes is reducing the taxes that you have to owe through source deductions. So check it out because it can save you some money and maybe keep you in business longer. Number two, do whatever deals, discounts that you need to do. Now is not the time to be inflexible and say, hey, I wouldn't sell it for that. I think everybody wants a deal discount at any time, but in particular in this kind of environment. Number three, build and strengthen relationships with clients and customers, because once we're out of this coronavirus segment and in the whole scheme of things, it will be a blip. It might be a big blip, but once we're out of this, the clients and customers and so on that you have will remember that you were there during the tough times. So make sure you build those businesses. And these are also some things that I learned from 2008, 2009 when things really tanked after the financial meltdown. Number four is separate the business from the personal. You got to make tough decisions that are not personal in nature against anybody in person, but it could be resulting of staff, cutting costs, cutting hours, cutting salary pay, negotiating on payment terms. Do whatever you got to do to keep that business going, because it is an entity, and it's nothing personal. It's just purely business from that perspective. Number five, creating partnerships and barter opportunities. And this really came up for me in 2008, 2009, when I found that there were companies that were looking for something that I could provide to them, and there were companies that I needed something from. So we tried to do partnerships. We did a lot of partnerships, and we're really creative. We sat down and it worked out really well. And if it means bartering, go for it. Everybody needs something, and every company needs something. So try to get something that they need, give them something they need, and try to take on something that perhaps you might need. Number six, there are winners and losers in this. Make sure to put yourself in the best position to be on the winning side. And that means whatever you do, especially in something like this that's just happened so quickly, you have to change direction and try to change gears and pivot if you need to. So number seven is to pivot your business. If something isn't selling, drop it. If something is working, do more of it. You need to really drop services and products right away and think of what you can sell and what customers are willing to buy right now. So there's no time to wait. You have to do things very quickly. I find that companies that do different things, people that do different things very quickly tend to find that they will last better in this kind of environment. It is a tough environment. Number eight is brainstorm ideas with your team. What can you sell? What can you do? What are options? What are opportunities that you might have? Maybe listen to them, like hear what they have to say. In this kind of environment is a good opportunity. Number nine is spending more time with the teams and staff and to talk about what's going on, and really shortening the opportunities, especially when people are working from home. You have to be very agile and be able to connect with them on a very regular basis, even if it's just a touch base opportunity, but a touch base call to do that. I call that shorten the bat. So every day having having calls to speak, to find out what's going on and make sure that everybody's on the same page. So if you're just joining, my name is Marc Belaiche. I'm president of TorontoEntrepreneurs.ca. I'm just running down a list of 20 points that I think as a business owner that you have to do in this kind of market when something like the coronavirus hits, and how it impacts your business. Number 11, celebrate with your team. There's going to be maybe some smaller wins than you had before, but celebrate with those even small wins. Number 12 is communicate what you're thinking and what's going on, and now's not the time to sugarcoat. Nobody wants to hear something, oh, it's rosy. It's not for most companies and most people. So be very blunt, be very honest as to what's going on. Don't wait. I made the mistake in 2008 and 2009 of waiting to make decisions, maybe to not let go of staff that weren't there, and thinking that maybe if I hang on to them and if I was loyal to them, it would come back. But in hindsight, I learned that it's not business, it's not personal, as I said before, it's business. And if they're not pulling their weight, if they're not doing what they're supposed to do, or if they're not bringing in, do what you got to do. So number 14, collect as much as you can by credit card and give discounts if you need to in order to get cash in quickly. As I mentioned in point 1, cash is king. Watch it, monitor it. So don't wait for checkers in the mail, because right now, who knows what's going on in the mail in the first place. But in the second place, you want your cash in coming in as quickly as possible. Number 15, think of selling your business. Maybe it's the right time to do it. I know people say, you want to sell at the highest, but what happens is when everything's running smoothly, you end up saying, hey, you know what, I'm going to stick it out for another year. Maybe this is your trigger to kind of say, hey, you know what, I've had enough, and maybe it's my time to sell my business. So Bizon Capital Corp can help you with that if you are interested. It may or may not be the right time for you personally, and obviously it's a deeper question than this webinar allows for, this segment. But you might want to consider that. So feel free to reach out to us if that's what you'd like to do. Get advice, speak with people. Number 16, don't try to be hero like ask for direction, ask for some assistance, and maybe somebody can help you out with something, maybe from their experience, from something they've done. It might be a good opportunity that way. Number 17, try to do partnerships with others in your industry. And this one I love because, everybody in your industry is probably in the same boat. Probably looking at what do we do? Maybe now's the time to think about maybe partnerships, maybe some opportunities where you can change staff. Maybe they have more of one thing and you don't have enough of that, and maybe you can join together. So, really try joining forces and creating partnerships. Barters, maybe there's some office space that they have or they need that you have, or vice versa. Whatever the case may be, just really try to be opportunistic that way. Number 18 is trying to get some rest and some sleep. It's really important to manage yourself during this time where it can be very stressful and very tough, but you need the rest too to be able to think clearly and not make really rash decisions or bad decisions in this kind of environment. And then number 19 is making decisions and be confident in what you're doing. You're going to make mistakes. Like there's no roadmap in a lot of these, playbook in a lot of these situations to say, this is how you got to do it. You know your business. You know what you need to do. Think outside the box. And number 20 is be humble and change course again and again and again if you have to. It's really an opportunity to say to yourself, okay, I got to do something. I'm going to change. What is that? And number 21, the last one, is it's time to roll up your sleeves. This is not the time to hide or to be there, to not be there. You got to be there. You got to make decisions. You got to make things happen, and you got to pivot if necessary, and really go from there. That's really what it boils down to. I mean, these are very high level, obviously, suggestions for you, but you should think about your business like a baby, and think of how you can treat that baby and what you can do to get there. So I will just mention a few things of how TorontoEntrepreneurs.ca and Bizon Capital Corp can help you at this point. First of all, reach out to me if you're watching this video live or on the feed. Feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn. My name is Marc Belaiche, M-A-R-C, last name B like Bob, E-L-A-I-C-H-E. You're welcome to connect with me on LinkedIn. Feel free to reach out to me on email, marc.belaiche@torontojobs.ca. You can call me at 905-812-5627, extension 2873. And you can text me or call me at 905-783-1777. That's my cell. We are working on a webinar series that we're going to be launching in the coming days for business owners. So we're going to try to connect you as a business owner with other people that may have been speaking at our Toronto Entrepreneurs Conference as well, or have in the past. Want to get you some good information that will be helpful for you and your business. Our Toronto Entrepreneurs Conference is scheduled to be on Wednesday, May 6th at the Mississauga Convention Center. Information is available at TorontoEntrepreneurs.ca, and we will be making an announcement on how the coronavirus situation may be updating our conferences or affecting our conference as well. If you're looking to add temporary or temporary staff in a short term to get you through a hump, we can certainly help you out with that on the TorontoJobs.ca side. If it is permanent staff that you need, we can also help you out. On the flip side, if you're looking to lay off staff, we can help you with our sister division, TorontoJobs.ca. We do have our Toronto Entrepreneurs or a Toronto Jobs.ca outplacement division that can help you with that as well. If you are looking to, if you're looking for a CFO, a senior level accounting person, perhaps on contract, our Toronto or Bizon Capital company can help you with that. Bizon Capital Corp can help you with that, and you can reach out to Bruce Singer at bruce@bizoncapital.ca. It's Bizon, B-I-Z-O-N, capital.ca. And Bruce Singer has a tremendous amount of experience in the CFO market, so you're welcome to connect with him. Through Bizon Capital Corp, also, we do have one-on-one 1-hour sessions available that you can talk to a consultant about business. It's $299 plus tax, but it's how to get maximum value for your business, what you should know. It also includes a 3-month listing on the Bizon Marketplace, listing for businesses as well. If you are interested in selling your business, feel free to reach out to myself or Bruce. I'll repeat my information at the end of this again, but you can connect with my partner Bruce Singer. BizonCapital.ca is B-I-Z-O-N capital.ca. Join all our Toronto Entrepreneurs Facebook and LinkedIn, Twitter, and Instagram pages. You're welcome to connect with us in a lot of different ways. We're there in many respects. Every weekday at 12 o'clock on Facebook Live, we're doing a job seeker Facebook Live. At 12:30 at Instagram Live on our TorontoJobs.ca platforms. Those two are on our TorontoJobs.ca platforms. And at 2 o'clock right now, every weekday, Monday to Friday, Eastern time, we're doing a Facebook Live on for business owners, and at 2:30 we'll be on Instagram Live for business owners as well. And we're working on getting LinkedIn Live as well set up, so we'll be doing it at some point once we get the approvals and the software set up and so on and so forth. So in conclusion, first of all, I want to thank you for joining this webinar or watching this webinar. Take advantage of all the benefits available to you, financial, do some deals with your suppliers if you can. Be humble, pivot. Move around, get some exercise, go for a walk. It will make you think outside the box. It will give you ideas as well as to what can go on. I want to thank the team as well, Rachel and Alex, for helping me out today. And I also want to thank Bruce Singer, who's been a great partner and founder at Bizon Capital Corp. So again, my information is Marc Belaiche, M-A-R-C, Last name is Belaiche, B like Bob, Elaiche. I can be reached at marc.belaiche@torontojobs.ca, jobs.ca. Phone number work is 905-812-5627, extension 2873. And my cell is 905-783-1777. So be safe. Thanks to all the healthcare workers that have been keeping us safe, and hopefully this thing will be over soon. Obviously, it's impacting everybody's lives in one form or another. Have a great day. Thanks for joining. I'll see you tomorrow at 2 o'clock on Facebook Live. As I mentioned, if you want to hop on to Instagram Live at 2:30, I'll be there, Toronto Entrepreneurs. And look forward to connecting with you, and stay safe and have a great day. And thank you very much for watching.